to become a digital champion.
Good afternoon, jank enthusiasts.
Welcome to Aikido Swiftly Gaming. Warning, flashing lights. Skip to 1 minute 25 to skip the lights. Magna Force. Good day, Tamers. As you may be aware, we have ourselves some new Magnamon cards. Funnily enough though, one of these Magnamon cards comes from ST17. Now, I know what you're thinking, just like the rest of us. Why is there a Magnamon card in my bunny deck? And to give you the correct answer, and the truthful answer, we don't know. Presumably, there will be some more new cards coming from this deck, possibly to fit in or tie into BT16, as either they didn't have place for them, or maybe there were tie-ins to the set themselves, as they kind of thought around, hey look, if we have ST70 coming out first, fingers crossed no issues like with the Digimon deck. You get 17, you get some new cards, you go, oh look, I can put these in like current deck, and then BT16 comes out, it's like, oh Jesus, look at, oh that support is so good. And that's the problem we're at now, is we don't really know what's happening here. We've got a few more days of ST17 reveals. I presume at this point it's just like the extra cards, and then we have access to BT16 next week, which is what I'm looking forward to, and yourselves are probably also looking forward to. We obviously already saw the new Magnamon X that came out last week. That's absolutely crazy. On Twitter and wherever I can, I've said that we need to renounce the name of Armour, and we now need to call this deck the Magna Force, which is the intro to this video. God damn it all. It's crazy. Having just a deck that just says you want 5 of my names and I'm not a rookie is really strange. I know 2 of them are technically level 6s, but it's still a Magnamon in name. Having the BT8 one, that at this point is never going to drop in price because it's going to be useful forever. Having the BT9 Magna X antibody, which I may or may not have started a situation by buying some of the cheaper copies of the alternate art that now may be spiraling into hell like the rest of them. You know, this is a Magnamon X antibody. You can use this to trigger the effects of the new Magna X antibody. It's very weird. The Magnamon from BT13 alternate art, which skyrocketed at one point, set back down to like the £30 mark, and now has skyrocketed up off the market past like 40. It's ridiculous. It's only good in this deck, really. No, to be fair, you want to use it in Royal Knights as well, which is why it was seeing a lot of buyouts already. We have the ST17, which is essentially a security ace card now, if you can do the deed. And from the original reading of this card, I don't know if it's been changed or if it's been adjusted since. You can de-digivolve your own thing, so you can put this on top of it and go, oh hell yeah. Which, depending on your build of this deck, which I presume every build of this deck, your plasma attack is just going to destroy. If there's like, oh look, my trash has 20 armor forms in, you take all of the damage. It's ridiculous. It's nice to see that we have it in black and blue though, something different, but this would now make more sense to why that the new Magna X is a yellow, blue and black card. And I think a lot of us at the time when we first saw this was like, what the hell, why is this 3 colours? And, you know, what's the strangeness about it? Now it makes sense. Now it makes a lot of sense. Now we need to have a level 5 armor form that we can go into and then evolve off of for 4, rather than go from the level 4s or from the X antibody for like 5 cost, right? So you just want to use the option card, right? The armor of the Digizord. I'm going to pop some things up on the screen now again. Yeah, this is kind of crazy. So for those who don't know what's going on, really, it's a case of the original one is your blocker against DP for every armor form that's in your trash. It unsuspends this Digimon, so generally what you do is you'd crash into something with your armor form, de-digivolve. If you have the memory for it, you go into a different armor form, crash into security, de-digivolve, and then go into this. So you pass the turn to your opponent for free memory. Put them probably at 1 or 2 if they don't go into like a memory set, or if they have a memory set, you put into 3 because that's where you want it to be. And then you have a like 13, 14, or what are you going to be? You'd be like a 11 to 13 to like, I think some places, like especially now, you get like 17 to like 19k blocker. Very good. And that's what the old one did. The old one just basically became a wall for a turn. And because you were suspended on the effects, you didn't have to worry about having access to a Davison Ken on the field. It was always really good that you could get a cheeky swing in and then have access to like fighting back. Magna X antibody had like a weird armor purge ability where it sent itself to the security, so it basically just stop your opponent for a turn and would allow your Digimon to be like, yo, what's up, dudes? I'm safe, I'm fine, don't worry about me. Ooh, hee hee. Not a lot. I always felt like not a lot of people liked the Magna X antibody, and I'm kind of part of that crew. It was a very weird floodgate. Although it did let your it did make your opponents just go like, I have pseudo goad, come punch me in the face, please. I like it when you punch me in the face. But a lot of people, if they could afford to, they'd do Magna first and then go into Magna X, and then Magna X would just be this like 21k pseudo goad. It just says like, yeah, swing at me. It's not once per turn from what we can tell. Just like go for a swing. Oh, I blocked you. Oh, you fell over. Oopsie. Oh, you have retaliation? Oh, okay, then well, I'm just going to put this back on top of my security, and my Magnamon still has 17k. Don't worry about it, and I still have my block. Really, really powerful. Then we had the new one, which was just a blocker, essentially. On all turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, draw a 1, and then you may play 1 Vmon from your hand, or this Digimon to evolution card without paying the cost. Now, this was really strong because of the fact, like, the other ones were easy to remove DP reduction, or you could bounce them. But this is just when it's removed from the battle area. Oh no! It's gone. I get to play a Vmon from my hand for free. Awesome. It's also a rare, which makes it actually really easy to get hold of. This was in the right direction of what you want as a Magnamon card. Like, you always want to just go like, no matter what happens to me, I get to have a Vmon on the field. So it was like a pseudo armor form. Again, having these two different versions of like armor purge is really cool in my opinion, and they've done it very well. That the fact like, hey look, there's a Vmon here. All we need now though is a Vmon with rush, and oh baby, we're winning games here, we're burning it down. Then you've got the new one here, which is a black and blue card, because he's going to beat that ass. Very strong, very impactful. I honestly can't wait to see this thing just absolutely destroy someone for the fun of it. And thanks to Rustmara, we do have access to a translation. Armor, free, Holy War, Warrior Knight. Evolution, free from a V. Security, Digivolve 1, Digimon. Oh, I like the fact that it's Digivolve 1 Digimon, and it's what we said earlier. Until it's corrected, because this could be the correct wording, if you just Digivolve like your armor form into your Vmon, and then you go, oh, at the end of security battle, which evolve one of your Digimon into this card. Hey look, there's just this armor form here now. Oh, what's going on? And it has block it and it has armor purge, which is really good. Again, it's just the same as the other Magnamon. They're just blockers. But then on evolution, trash one card at the top of one of your opposing Digimon's evolution cards, for each of its colours. Then return one opposing Digimon with no evolution cards to the hand. In the mirror match, this is going to be absolutely painful because you can't affect your opponent's Magna X new one, because it just says when Digivolving no. So I don't look forward to mirror match of this, which is going to be happening, I feel like, because it's another set where the secret rare card is really good. At least one of them is. We'll find out soon if the other one's actually good. But like, yeah, this card's crazy, and it's in a structure deck, and like, I'm hoping you get 2 of these, and it's not like you get 1 randomly, because I can see this card being very expensive if it is. It's like, I mean, if you've got to buy 4 decks, you've got to buy 4 decks, but at least this way it's a case of like, well, I got all the cards I need. And then we have the newest, baddest, 3-coloured official card. That wasn't a Chimera, because technically Chimera could also be a 3-colour card, but not through its own effects, because it's a white card. Magna X, Mega, Vaccine, Holy Warrior, X Antibody, Royal Knights. This card is also treated as having free attribute, which is really good. It means that one of the newer VMons that searches for the free attribute can actually find it, which is really good. And then evolution from 5 from a 2-coloured Magna in name. Obviously, now that we have access to extra Magnas, it makes more sense. Blocker, Armour Purge, which is really good. It's actually keeping the same effects that the original Magna has, which is really good compared to the old one. The old one's very good at pseudo goading, which is blocker, and has the ability to go to the security stack and keep the rest of your stack there. It's good. Like, let's not forget that. On evolution, if this Digimon has Magna X or an Armour form card in its evolution cards, until your opponent's turn ends, this Digimon is unaffected by your opponent's effects and gains 3000 DP. Then unsuspend this Digimon. Yes. Let me smack you in the face. And then unsuspend. And then attempt to smack you in the face again. All turns, once per turn, when a card is removed from security, you may activate one of this Digimon's evolution effects. Digimon affected. That's what it's going to be. No one here cares. It's like, until the end of your turn, this Digimon is unaffected by opponent's effect and gains 3000 PT, and then unsuspends. You can definitely try and do the whole, like, let me just bum rush you out and go from there, but I don't think it's going to be effective. I think a lot of people have been looking at this now, and they want to do the, like, taking like a couple of fire rockets, and I think the idea was really good before we knew that the new Magna was going to be a black-blue, which makes sense, because obviously we knew this was a yellow-blue-black card. The only weird thing about this is it's very rarely, unless you're going for game, that you're going to want to unsuspend this Digimon. Because it's better for you to be unaffected by your opponent's effects for a turn than going, nah, I'll punch you in the face again, especially if you can't win. But yeah, this guy's crazy. I like the fact that you can obviously tell like it's not meant to go into like a level 7, it doesn't give you an effect or anything, which a lot of level 6s don't, because besides the ones that are meant to go into like DNA Digimon, you don't give them effects. But it has got blue in it, so you could also take in like 2 Omnimon Blitzes. I'm just saying. You could always do that to win games. Because you're an X-Antibody Digimon too, and you could possibly be running the X-Antibody option card, you could also put in, I don't know, let's say, Omnimon X from BT10, and just like dome someone on like turn 2. You're like, yeah, that's my go. You're dead. You screwed the pooch, you're dead. I mean, I'm sure someone's already probably figured out a way to do this where you run, like, what is it, Vulcan's Hammer, run 4 Vulcan Hammer, that just have like the correctest hand. You go like, okay, Digivolve, or just for instance, play a Vmon to the field. No, it wouldn't work. I'm trying to think. No, I think you have to go first and be your second turn. So turn 3, you can probably dome someone for a game, and it's just, oh man, I wouldn't want that. Man, that would suck. That'd be terrible. I'm just trying to think. Like, I think you can like dome someone on turn 3 and just be like, yeah, whatever, good luck, bitch. I just don't. You can always tell when a geek is having fun with a card, because I swear. And that's something I find really funny. I don't know if you notice, I don't swear very often. Normally, if I'm really annoyed with a card game, or I'm really excited, and I'm excited because this card just reads, I don't care what you're playing, and your opponent has to go, okay, I'm doing this. It's like, no, you're not. Or I'm going to do this. No, you're not. I'm going to do this. No, you're not. Everything, I'm just immune till the end of your turn. God damn. I'm looking forward to this, Tamers. This will not be coming out for us until next summer, though. So this will be end of May. I think it was like the 22nd to 26th of May or something. Is the release window for this. So we've got quite a while. We do have the awkwardness that is the BT16 Meta, depending on how they want to deal with it. I know they've obviously banned some cards early to try and slow down some of the purple engine, but I do think we're going to have a struggle with the lovely friend of ours called Apocalypse. Although, to be fair, there's a few decks out there that do handle them, but they just have to survive long enough to be able to play. And I think that's kind of awkward. They have kind of made a tier 0 meta with Apocalypse, so we might see another ban list down the line before we get to play with them ourselves. But let me know what you think, Tamers. Are you looking forward to Magna Force? Are you going to be a Magna Force tamer? Because I certainly will. Right then, Tamers. Peace out. Have a great time, and we'll see you guys soon for more. Like Guido says, Mama says knock you out. Peace out and goodbye.